Welcome back to the Rolling Rucks. We're Stu, Charlie, and our three kids, Oliver, Dexter and Amelia. We've taken our motorhome on lots of adventures over the last 15 months. We've visited some spectacular places.
But now is the time to see if we can convert this 2-year-old crafter into a fully functional camper van that sleeps all 5 of us. We're doing it from scratch, learning as we go, giving it our blood, sweat and tears. We want a gas-free van with a shower and a toilet and as much open space as we can get.
Join us this week as we continue the build. This is the next stage of our van build. We've got quite a bit to do today, haven't we?
We have, yeah. If you haven't seen any of our previous videos, we've bought a 2020 plate VW Crafter. We've done 4 windows in it, done all the cabling, we've got the bulkhead out, sort of stripped it all right back, done all the sound deadening.
Loads of cleaning.
So what's next? Insulation.
So the man butt went out yesterday and got 6 rolls of this stuff. Got a bit impatient, didn't we?
Yeah, we got a confession to make. We started doing it and didn't record it. We've literally just done some of the top bits, and like, you know where the roof rafters are, it's all those little fiddly bits where you've got to poke it in. But we've come back out again this morning and it's time to start doing some of the big bits.
Yeah, in fairness, he came to me last night and said about 6 o'clock, fancy doing some insulation, we'll just try out 1 roll. We were like, yeah, all right, and it was like 3 or 4 rolls later, so yeah. We'll show you what
get
we've got
carried
left.
away. You do get carried away. So you start, you putting it in, you're like, oh, that roll's gone, get another one. And yeah, before you know it, you were gone. So here's what we did yesterday.
Right, let's get on with this then. We've got, what, 2 bags left?
Well, nearly 3.
2 and a half.
Just started a 3rd one again this morning. So we've got all the bottom bits now to fill with this. The middle sections we're going to fill with the PIR boards. But the van is going in for a respray and having some dents. I'd say dents, they're like lots of little dings all around it. So the body shop have asked us not to put insulation where the dents are. So we kind of got to go outside, check the areas that we're about to do to make sure that that's a clean area and we can do. But there's a few areas you'll see and notice that we haven't done, and that's the reason why.
Right, that bit's okay, as long as you don't mind the bumper.
The bumper?
Yeah, the back bumper. It's just a few scuffs. There's no dents along that side.
Right, okay.
But whoever had this van before us clearly didn't make use of the parking sensors.
No.
I'm allowed to stuff it now though.
You're 100% sure there's no dents?
I've just been out there and wiped the whole side of the van.
Okay, yeah.
You check if you don't believe me. There he goes, check in, because he doesn't believe me.
Yeah, we can do all the bottom of this side.
You sure now?
Yeah.
Now you've approved the dentage?
I approve.
Well, I put too much in. I probably am.
You can never have too much in. So if we need to go get more out, I'd rather go get more and have too much in here than not enough.
All this side's now done.
Sweet. Happy with that out.
Won't take long.
No. So we've just done the bottom half of this section all along there.
Yeah, just burned 2 rolls, so...
In literally 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're probably going to need to get another, what did you just say, 2 or 3?
Yeah, I think we're going to need another 3. We've got 1 left, but I think, to be honest with you, that one is simply going to get used just filling in all the gaps on the side that we've completed.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, another 3.
We've been using a pokey rod to go all up in the ceilings to push these in as tight as we can possibly get them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could probably squeeze a bit more in them. And in the sides here, we're surprising, along here, when you're putting them in, it comes up quite high, so you are really having to get up in behind the areas, and you are losing quite a bit.
All in here, all up here, so it's in all the rails. We are getting it absolutely everywhere.
Well, you don't want to be, you know, getting cold, using the heating unnecessarily. You know, you want to be as warm, as cosy as possible, don't you? So
we're a bit dark with it, love.
I know, can't help that, I'm afraid. It's a beautiful
Hey, here we are.
It's a beautiful Welsh
So yeah, so I think we're going to use this roll. We're going to get that one finished off, and like you said, all the stock locally, we can't get it.
No,
so
trip to Llanelli then.
I'll either make another road trip, or I'll just order some online. We went up to Llanelli yesterday and the engine management light came on. Not amused. That's the first time I've taken it out for a drive since we drove it back from York. Went up there fine, came back. It drove fine the entire journey, but on the way back, yeah, the engine management light come on. So a code reader went on it that came up P2202, which is a NOx sensor. We've reported it to the dealer who's checking with VW because the van is still under VW warranty.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll get fixed. It just means that we could be without the van for a few days while that happens. We don't know.
Yes.
But we are in a bit of a pickle at the minute, aren't we?
Yes.
So the house is, some of you may already know, some of you don't. It's currently going through a process of being sold. We are buying another house.
Yes.
But we don't know where yet.
No. So we've sold our house, we're going to put the money in the bank, and we're just going to keep looking. We just haven't seen anything we like yet.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, there's no need to rush, but there is a couple we're going to go and have a look at, isn't it?
Yeah,
so,
we do need to kind of have a bit of a rush because obviously we need to complete this van build.
Yes.
And we need to decide whether we're keeping our motorhome or not.
Are we going to keep the van or the motorhome?
So we've kind of got a few decisions to make. So watch this space. There is going to be a lot of activity happening over with us over the next few weeks.
I know. But what we were thinking as well is that when we're away from here in a couple of weeks' time, and that's when we're really getting stuck into the van, we can spend every single day on it. We're thinking of some daily vlogs or some more regular vlogs to show the more updates because things are going to be happening so fast.
Yeah, we don't want to have a huge build-up of videos and then keep you guys waiting, and it sort of drags out all over sort of December period. So what we're trying to aim for is as and when we're doing them, if it means that we put out one every other day or every day, just to show you what we've done. If it's that much, if it's made a video, then we'll give you that video rather than keep it banked kind of thing.
One a week, it'd go to the summer.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
It would proper go on.
Well, the thing is, we've got a tour planned straight after this as well, haven't we, to try out the new van. So it's kind of...
So... We're
gonna have to give you some more.
There's
vlogs.
going to be some more regular videos coming, even if we get up to 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah,
there's definitely going to be some more videos coming because we don't want to have a big backlog. So we, as most of you know, is we always try and put a video out on the Sunday that is the week leading up to that Sunday, so it's current.
Yeah.
But that being said, love, let's get this last rolling and. Well, there's not a lot more we can do then on the installation.
Maybe not, but we have bought our seats.
Yes. So we found
here.
We found the seats.
Let me get out of the way. Here.
So I'll show you a picture of those now, so you can see what they look like. They're going to be the boys' seats because Amelia's going to be sitting up front with us.
Yeah. And one of you kindly have offered to give us a hand to get them fitted. So
yes, I got to give them a call today actually to have a chat with them and see if we can get it booked in to get it done.
Yeah, because the reason why you don't want to fit them is obviously the safety aspect, isn't it? You've not done it before.
There's a couple of things with it. So like the first thing is the seats need to be raised because as we showed you last week, the cab seats are about 150mm higher than the rear. So we want the rear seats. They don't have to match perfectly, but they're definitely going to have to come up at least 150mm. These cab seats are also going up by another 60mm because the swivel base plates are going on. And the reason that they're increasing the height on it is because the handbrake will hit the seat if it's on a normal swivel. Now some people have dropped them, but on the new Crafters it's a lot easier just to raise the seats. They haven't found a way around lowering the handbrakes on these yet, so the seats are going to get raised by 60mm. That's then going to put the lining of the two seats out even more, so I need someone who can fabricate the frame as well as fit it all. So yeah, I'm gonna have a chat with this company today and hopefully we'll be a goer. We've put this beer and I just remembered I've got a holder cut for the water inlet, but someone did say something about having the water feed down outside on the tank and you put like a hose pipe connector on it, but like when you're driving and in the elements, wouldn't that connector get like loads of crap stuck inside it? And I think that'll get into your plumbing and then that's going to hit the filters on your taps and block them up. So if anyone knows of a way that these are filled outside, could you drop us a comment and let us know? Because ideally, if I can avoid, we're having the undermount water tanks, but if I can avoid obviously any holes in the van, I want to avoid them. So if there is a way that they're filled from the outside, where it's not like an exposed hole like one of the tap connectors, please let me know.
So he's currently using a screwdriver to get it in the little tiny slits by here. There's quite a lot of stuff in that needs to be had by there as well, isn't there, love?
Yeah. So I'm stuffing the slits. What can I say?
Well, that's what you're doing. Oh dear.
Right, that one is done, but...
It's surprising though how much you've had to use for that small little area, isn't it?
Yeah. See, it's blocked both sides, so I can't get to it.
This has just been like, I've been standing here filling this now for about 25 minutes and there's still gaps in there, so that's
we'll
gonna
get
take
more
a bit
in.
more work, but yeah, I mean, I think it's looking good.
I feel like we're putting a quilt around the whole van.
Well, I suppose technically that's what you're doing, isn't it? And
Yeah.
then
It's like
you're barriering it all in.
Yeah, it's like one big blanket around the van.
I'm just surprised about how much stuff we have to do
Before you
can actually get it to a level that you can start. Because I feel like I've not started until the furniture's being built or the lino goes down.
To be fair, for me, that will actually be the quickest part.
Yeah.
And so he says. I mean, I might be a bit naive there, but obviously I deal with a lot of cabinetry. You know, I'm estimating... Like you've got, I think the kids' triple bunk bed is going to take me the longest. I think that's going to take me about 3-4 days. But I think like our bed, I'm going to get that done in maybe 2 days. I think the shower will take me 2-3 days, maybe because I'm waiting for sealant to go off. Kitchen, I know I'll bang that out in 2 days. But it's then all the little detail things, isn't it? Like, you know, any sort of custom covers that have got to be done and that, so...
Yeah, I think, you know, give yourself a bit extra time on that, really, because you don't know, like you said, how long. And also, we might change our mind about where we want to put certain cupboards once you start seeing where the bed frames are going and you actually physically see it. We might decide, oh, actually, we don't want as many cupboards as we've got planned at the minute, or we might want more.
Well, yeah, like our bed, I'm still deciding the best way to do our bed, because I could riv nut a metal L bracket in to hold an aluminium frame, or do I just go with a timber frame? Now, obviously, an alley frame is going to be a lot lighter, and because there's 5 of us, I think that's the route I'm going to have to go down.
Is that more expensive?
It will be, yeah. So again, it's a balance, cost, and what needs to happen to keep our weight down.
It will come together really, really quickly once we've got this part done. I think so, anyway.
I've spoken to the people doing the flares.
Yes, tell me more. Yes.
I've spoken to them this morning. So the only company I've been able to find to do the flares, I think they're called CJL Leisure. And again, this is going back to this style being completely in the wrong way to put them. It needs to be there. But a lot of them will just cut these out, put the flare on and leave it. But this company have actually designed and manufactured another brace to go here. So where you've got the big one and the small one, they're swapping them around so that you can have a podge here.
Question.
Yeah.
If they're going to put a brace here,
Yeah.
isn't then that going to interfere with the kids' bunk beds?
No, because the flare comes to here, which is also where our bed comes to.
Yeah.
The brace is inside here. It's not outside, it's
Yeah,
inside.
no, I get that. But you see how that one sticks out? It's
Yeah,
it's not going to be like
But
that.
this is in line with everything anyway, darling. This is what, if you put a board on here, it'll meet that and that. And on there, yeah? That's what it meets. So it's not going to be external. It's fitted internally.
So we still lose that space anyway, is what you're saying? And I'm
Well,
just...
that space gets insulated anyway.
Yeah, so I'm just being sick.
Well, you just don't know, that's all.
Can I just check as well? Is all our cabling done now?
Most of it, not all of it. I've still got to run the B2B cables, but I don't know where my battery is. I've checked under the bonnet, couldn't see it. I've checked the floor in the cab, can't see it. I've checked under the seats, couldn't see it. I will find it, I just need to look better. But I can't find, I don't know.
Find the battery.
I don't know where the vehicle battery is on this, no?
Won't be under one of these seats, don't you?
No, I've checked all the seats, apart from... No, I can see physically underneath my one. It's not there. I've checked under yours. I found the 12-volt fuses underneath yours, but there's no battery there.
That's weird.
And then I've looked in the under the bonnet and definitely didn't see a battery underneath there. So I pulled one part up on the floor where there was like a panel, and I found an emergency tyre like foam kit, because these vans don't have a spare wheel.
Well, most of the vehicles, I think, from about 2019, 2020 have stopped doing spare tyres,
It's
haven't
all
they?
that foam, and they give you a little 12-volt air compressor.
Yeah.
So that was in there, but I can't see any more compartments on the floor. So I'll have another look. I'll take the carpet up and have a proper look. And if I can't find it, then Dr. Google will tell me everything I need to know.
So we're on battery hunt. Oh, there. That's your tyre repair kit. It's a bit of a big space for that. Handy though to know where that is. Nothing under there. Imagine it's going to be under here. No. I was going to say there's enough bump under there already.
There's a fuse board there.
Oh yeah, that's a sneaky little spot.
So unless the battery is under there, but that would mean you'd have to take the seats out just to get to the battery. So I can't see that happening. That looks like it comes up. What's in it? Oh, that could be it. I think the seats have got to come out to get to the battery.
Well, that's ridiculous. What if you had like a flat battery or a fire, you know? That don't seem right. What if the battery goes flat and you need to jump start the vehicle? That's stupid.
There's only a few nuts. It'll be easy enough to take out. But yeah, normally you have easier access to it than that, don't you?
It's definitely not in the bonnet, like where you'd expect it to be.
No. They never usually are on vans.
This is literally all we've got left now. So I think this is going to do these little 3 panels just there. And that's that done. Until we can get some more.
So that's most of the insulation done. We got a little bit left to do in the doors, but we're not doing anything with the doors until the van's had its respray. So we're going to do them after. So we've kept some by, haven't we?
3 bags full. So we're going to be travelling around with them. But in fairness, they're like rocking horse poop. So.
What do you mean rocking horse poop?
Like hard to get hold of.
Oh, is that a saying? Is there? I've not heard of that one before. They were hard to get hold of, and then all of a sudden there was loads.
Yeah,
in stock.
so I rocking it down to B&Q to get as many as I got 2, and then another 2.
Yeah.
But I thought it's better to have more than none because obviously we need to insulate the doors, and if we can't then get hold of it, it's going to delay us even further. Yeah. So we've already got some delays, haven't we?
And you can never have too much insulation.
No, he's literally just been stuffing more in now. I was like, you can stop. It's fine. So anyway,
it is like a teddy bear. It is stuff.
Yeah. So we've got that silver stuff to put on now, haven't we?
Yeah. So I've got some vapor barrier. Got some of this stuff.
It's really thin. It's like paper.
Yeah, I've opted for this one. I know a lot of people get the one with the like bubble wrap integrated into it, but I've opted for this one because this one I'm gonna use like a contact adhesive spray. I want to get quite a tight moulding. I don't want any of the bouncing that you tend to get with the bubbled one, although I suppose I could contact adhesive that on, but it's still a lot softer. I don't think it really matters. A vapor barrier is a vapor barrier.
So we're going to do what we can with the vapor barrier stuff, because obviously if we can't now insulate the doors aren't going to get this stuff on either, are they? So it'll just be...
Just get the sides.
Ceiling.
Get the side. It's the 2 sides. The ceiling, we still need to get PIR boards for the floor, the ceiling, and part of the sides up here where it's higher. We have actually decided. So we took some measurements yesterday.
Right. He took some measurements while I was out and about because I'd suggested the day before that I didn't think flares were necessary in this van.
No.
But I don't know anything, so...
To be fair, it was close, but we have worked out, basically we don't need flares. We can have the bed set up widthways. Obviously we're not going to have as much room, but we can like be fully stretched and not touch the 2 ends. Only just, I think we have about 5 centimetres spare.
I think it's going to be fine. Most people when they sleep don't sleep like bolt straight.
Yeah.
So as long as we're comfortable with being able to bend our legs and sit up and all of that stuff.
Yeah, that's it. And I
you get used to it, don't you?
It's a £2,000 saving as well, to be honest with you, which said we want the bodywork and the respray.
Yeah.
So that's costing a bit. So we're opting for that. And I think, yeah, we're going to mug the flares off. I still need to take out those support styles and install the other ones.
Yeah.
Because they do fall right where we need them.
But you've figured out a solution for that though, haven't you?
I have, yes.
Yeah, so we'll get back to that.
Yeah, when we're doing it, obviously we'll show you.
Yeah.
But for today, that's not what we're doing.
No, we're not. We're vapor barrier.
We're doing some vapor barrier today, so I'm going to completely balls this up because I'm crap at like wallpaper and this kind of stuff, but I'm going to have a go anyway.
At it, so I'll help you. I've got about 45 minutes.
No, I'll help you out.
Okay, cool. I'm in charge. Yeah, no, I've got the roasties cooking, so let's get on it.
Come on then.
Let's go.
It's the bloody blind leading the blind, German. Got the majority of the wall insulation in. I've just got to do some of the PIR boards in the bigger cavities. I've also done the vapor barrier, but I've left it loose where I need to get the PIR boards in, which I've just picked up. But before I do those, I'm going to make a start on the ceiling. So my plan is to obviously cut them to width. I'm going to stick them in with CT1, and then I'm going to do battens over the rafters here, fixed to the bottom. It's a 12mm ply, so that I don't want to put a batten on it because that's 25mm, so I'm going to put a 12mm ply on it. Let's get cracking. Now with the PIR boards, we're doing 50mm boards in the ceiling, which are currently going in. In the gaps, I'm using expanding foam. So when it's like this and that's still going off, just leave it be, because when that's gone off properly, you're going to be able to cut that quite nice and get a nice flush edge. So this is filling in all the gaps at the sides. I'm using CT1 to hold them up. The boards are a bit heavy, so what I'm doing is I'm just putting a brace across to hold them off, putting the expanding foam in the gaps either side. So the expanding foam only takes about 20 minutes to get a good grip on it, and I can take that down and just let the silicone do its job overnight. So yeah, I'm going to do the rest of the ceiling. I'm going to use the 50mm PIR boards in the sides up to where the double bed's going to be, where I'm going to be using like a dodo mat to double line that. And then for the floor, we're going to be using the 25mm PIR boards along with the batten. So to cut these for the ceiling, what I've done is I've measured in between the internal spaces of the rafter. So my next one's 355mm. So I'm going to cut this at 350 just to give me 2.5mm leeway either side, because what I'm doing this is I'm scoring it with the knife and then snapping it and cutting it on the back edge. But sometimes it's a nice quick way to do it, but sometimes you don't get that nice square cut. It does sort of taper off a little bit. So I'm just giving myself an extra 5mm of play, and it gives me a bit of space as well then to put the expanding foam in, just to grip that board and fill in the gaps. Just like that, I have a next board. To cut it like that, nice, quick and easy when you've got a lot of it to do, but you can see there, it can leave the edges a bit out of square. See what I mean? So if they're too bad, I just use the blade just to square them off a little bit, but I've just put that one up there and it actually fits in, so I'll fit that one as is. Get on to the next one. Alright, got some tape on there just to hold it in situ so it doesn't fall. This still needs about 10 minutes to secure the previous board, then I'll move this across here so you can push that up. Now, I am by no means a professional van converter, I'm a carpenter, so this is definitely some steep learning curves and a combination of an experience. I've watched several other van builders and other people doing their builds, speaking to people. Never rely on one source to build your van. Is a lot of conflicting sort of information out there, you know. Just do your own work, and you got work what's best for you guys, you know. I think initially you need to get your insulation in, you need to get your vapor barrier in, and make sure then your vapor barrier is completely sealed, and we use this like foil aluminium tape. We don't want any moisture getting in behind the insulation on the internal side of the metal panels of the van. because it's just going to condensate and we're going to get damp areas, which we definitely don't want. So I'm not going to lie, when it comes to the foil tape, I have absolutely gone to town on it. The only thing I'm not too sure about how to seal is where my cables are coming out of the wall through the vapor barrier. So you can see a couple of the smaller ones up here, they've been taped up quite well. But then when I've got the bigger ones, like those down there and the ones coming through to the backs for the electrics, obviously there's a lot more. So the black conduit up there, you see coming out of the wall, I'm going to trim that back so that sits just on the inside of the vapor barrier. So I will be able to make those a lot smaller, and hopefully I'll get a nicer, tighter seal on those.
Got the morning brews.
Thanks, love.
Man butt's already hard at work. Watch your fingers. So what we're doing this morning?
So we're gonna finish off this PIR board. So towards the end of the roofs, the profile changes a bit because you've got all like this supporting structure. So I've got to sort of cut these to be able to mould in there, because it dips by here and then you've got these bits sticking out by here. Let me show you. Cutting these, I got to cut each one now, and I'll show you the shape in a second. So it then fits into there, stick him on, go along, do all those sides. I'm just moulding the shape of this, see, to fit. Please go in.
Yay!
Ah, no. It's the side bits. I keep forgetting about these side bits. That little piece there, he says, should do that.
Nicely done. So what you're going to fill that with now?
Oh, the one and only, innit? Bit of expanding foam. So the trick with the expanding foam is don't put too much in, and I half fill it because I know it's going to at least double. And then you'll get bits like up here. You could just rip that off later. And then I have got 12mm ply that I'm going to cut into strips to go on top of these cross members then for the new ceiling to go on.
So this is our last piece now, isn't it? And it's got to be split into two, because we've got this side to fill in, that side to fill in, and that's it, innit, love?
Yeah.
Very neat. You can tell where I've been working because all the tape's got creases in.
Have I heard that one about?
Yeah, you've done well today, babe.
Cha-ching.